y'all.
Hey, we're back in the fortress of solid dudes.
My name's Alex.
My name is Miles.
And we love you all very much.
That's very true.
Hey. Miles, that's a nifty sweatshirt you have on.
Thank you. You gave it to me. It's a tiny sweater. I look all cute in it.
He does. It's an Epcot Center sweatshirt. But anyways, back to business.
We got so much news. This is the first time we've ever done a chalkboard that actually helps us.
Guys, we wrote down some things to talk about so we don't waste your time ever again.
We're still going to waste your time.
We're still going to waste it. But you like us because we're cutie pies.
We're an efficient show.
So,
first up on the news, Infinity War. It's the setup.
Guys.
We're going to see it in a few days. We're just baiting on Friday or Saturday, but we are, regardless, seeing it. You're seeing it. And all your favorite characters are going to die.
Are you guys ready? I love going to see Marvel movies.
This is the best one.
Yeah, but I love going to see Marvel movies with you because both or either one of us is inebriated. And we're always all over each other. Hey, do you see what's happening right now?
This will be now. There are Marvel movies in the shitloads. Excuse my language. Every day, there's like 3 a year at this point, but they don't really matter. But every now and then there's one that really makes a big splash.
Oh yes,
I'd say Civil War was. I feel like Winter Soldier was the very first. We're not messing around.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. They were like, "Look, guys,
the Russo brothers, who are the guys who are making it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're here and we're here to stay. Don't play us." By the way, speaking of Captain America, I have Captain America 1 and 2, and both of my DVDs are not in the case. Whoever has my DVD,
Graham.
I bet you
it's a shout out. We're in a new territory in the show.
Ooh!
Also calling out people that bother us. I mean, it doesn't bother me. He can steal your DVDs.
He stole our DVDs.
Still a nice shout out, though.
Yeah, shout out.
I mean, if we're gonna be mean and get more personal, we should still give shout outs to the people
to Graham and the
shit
women.
out. Shit out.
We give you a shit out
DVDs
for taking
without
my
any
DVDs.
evidence or proof.
Yup.
It's probably him.
More than likely.
Or you left it in like a DVD player.
Yep.
And you like put it somewhere. So maybe it's in one of your DVD players.
Oh no.
It could be on you.
No.
You know. So who even knows?
No, Graham has it because I put my stuff back in there, and I used to yell at him for not putting my DVDs back in the case.
I feel like though, going to Civil War. Even with what we just said about the Winter Soldier being like the first Marvel movie, I feel like Civil War is when the Russo brothers were like, now we're really going to knock it out of the park and show you how to make an Avengers movie. While it's not really an Avengers movie. I feel like Civil War, I remember just right away, like the landscape and it said the year. It's just like, holy fuck. This is going to be this is the epiphany of the Marvel universe in one cinematic experience. And I'm really excited to see technically what I would say the sequel to Civil War. Really, I mean all the other movies have been standalone.
How does Civil War start again?
Civil War starts
in
Sokovia.
That's Sokovia. They were in Africa, boy.
It starts with the Winter Soldier getting tortured in at some point.
Yes.
But in the past,
that's right.
It sets up the multiple Winter Soldiers storyline,
right, yeah.
which is a complete misdirect because then at the end of the movie, the bad guy.
All of them.
He killed all of them. We thought it was going to be unleash all the Winter Soldiers and they're going to have to fight him. But it was just like a trick, man. And he took the storyline from Winter Soldier. Because the Winter Soldier loosely sets up the fact that the movie loosely sets up the movie Winter Soldier loosely sets up that the Winter Soldier killed Howard Stark. But not really. It's just like a really quick flash on the computer screen. Which, by the way, is another great part of Winter Soldier. I know we're going back and forth with Captain America here.
Go ahead.
But how that robot guy came back from the first movie as the robot. That's where I was like, holy shit. Because I loved Captain America comic books when I was a kid. I don't remember all the names of characters. I was like, oh my god, they're actually going to go old school, sci-fi World War II with this?
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, that was great.
But I feel like Infinity Wars is going to be a really great return. It's like the sequel to the all the actors in one big movie kind of version of their franchise. Because Black Panther didn't have any of that. Black Panther was really standalone. I mean, it had the guy from Age of Ultron, but even then, that's his villain.
Claw.
Yeah.
Who's not even alive anymore. So.
And I still feel like Black Panther is a great ensemble character when he's with a ton of other Avengers. So it'll be great to see all of his new cast members and him and, just Wakanda being an active part of the Avengers universe. Just seeing people die, predictions. I've made plenty of my own. I've avoided every teaser trailer I can, minus the first two. The big one that I really regret not getting a reaction video to, but I didn't have any other stuff. And then the second one that was cool, and then I haven't watched any of them. Your predictions, though, they've heard mine. Or thoughts.
I mean,
whatever you feel going into this. How do you feel going into this? I feel like it's the end almost, but it's also still continuing, so it's not the end.
Right. I'm actually excited to see, and I'm accepting the fact that somebody or some people will die or something, but I'm just kind of like, and it's very true because I can't remember if it was you that said they were kind of ushering in, a group of new like Marvel characters, which is smart too, because let's say if they kept Captain America and Iron Man and all of them there, and then added these new ones there, it'd be like, okay, too many people, but they're like doing them. They're like, oops, sorry, David. They're like doing. Shouts out to David, who says,
"Off
I need
mic, you gotta get on it. Get
I'm
up in
off
it."
the mic. Sorry,
Anyways,
I was leaning
they're
to the
introducing
side.
a bunch of Avengers.
Yeah, so like they're like kind of pushing the ones that started it all, kind of tucking them away to the side a little bit to make room, and they're like,
They're not taking away to the side. They're sort of finishing story arcs. It seems like those characters, the new ones and the old ones, have a reason to be around.
mm-hmm.
Or at least that seems to be the promise of this movie.
Well, yeah,
all these things have been leading up to this for some fucking reason or another.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not tucking them away and locking them up. I mean, like, they're like kind of, okay, move over because
the
we
smarty
got
lady
some more
from
people
Wakanda
coming in.
Like, I'm excited to see what's the smart lady from Wakanda?
Shuri?
Yeah, I'm excited to see how
His
she plays
sister.
a role in this whole story.
She becomes Black Panther at some point.
Well, no,
oh,
I mean not necessarily in this
one.
universe, but or in this movie for now. Yeah,
right,
she's like a smart Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna meet? I don't know. I didn't see him in that battle. He seems like he's going into space. I feel like Spider-Man's going to be attached to that floaty thing and go into space without his super suit.
Mm-hmm.
And Iron Man's going to fly up there to save him and give him the super suit. And then they're going to go through some wormhole, and that's how they seem to wind up with the Guardians of the Galaxy and also with their super suit. So I do feel like if Doctor Strange and Spider-Man do time travel, it's going to happen sometime from outer space. So I don't really know. That's why my theory of them getting lost in time travel is going to work, because you can't travel space and time. If they time travel, they're going to be in some other dimension, because they'll literally be in space time traveling, So they can't just like time travel billions of light years away back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, god damn, it's going to be so awesome if they really do that. I'm literally going to like fucking call up Kevin Smith. I'm going to say, I want my money, even though I got the ticket, so it's fine. Never mind.
You should send an email or a fan letter to Kevin Smith and be like, "Hey, I'm Miles from this show and at such and such. Told you, bitch," and then be like,
I will tweet. I will at least tweet.
Literally just go, "Let's hang out." Like, do that. He'll probably be like,
"Hey,
yeah,
I was right about the movie.
Dude.
Can we hang out or what?" Last time I was on Twitter, I went to Cactus Club and I couldn't get into the Radiator Hospital show because it was sold out. So I tweeted at them that I was upset.
What'd they say?
Nothing. I didn't check it. I was like, what? I just remembered that like 2 nights ago. And I was like, that was a trolly thing to do.
They were like, "Fuck this guy."
No, they know me. I will say though, I was watching like some stupid, like they had a bunch of like exclusive fans that paid a bunch of money to go to some fan press conference with all the Avengers so they could ask questions.
Oh yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum was the host. Did you see that? Jeff Goldblum was very funny in the beginning.
Because he's the
the
dude,
the Grandmaster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cousin or brother to the Controller. Who, I mean, if he's there at that thing, that means he's in this movie, right? Is he going to be in Infinity War? And if that's what I thought right away. If Jeff Goldblum is in that press conference, even if he's doing the hosting, that means he's in the Infinity movie.
Well,
and if he's in the Infinity movie, I'm going to call it right now. They're going to let him control Earth in some alternate situation where they destroy Earth. And then Hulk will show up and he'll like take over Hulk. And then we have some fucking like bootleg version of Planet Hulk. I'm going to say it right the fuck now. That's Avengers 4. It's going to be called Avengers Disassembled. Just like the comic books. I'm just coming up with this right now. That's going to be what happens in Avengers 4.
I'm going to need you to calm down.
That's going to be really cool.
It's going to be really good, yeah.
It's going to be if that's what happens, if any of the things I'm suggesting happen, they could happen because there's Infinity Stones. But anyways, what I was getting at, though, with him being at the press conference, is people like asking all these questions. And there's a ton of Avengers, and a ton of them are like the Wakanda cast members. And you just notice the new members because there's just a ton of women and a ton of like black folk and stuff. And I feel like it's awesome, but I also feel like, oh, is that me? Sorry. I feel even though like it's awesome, I do feel like it's like, all right, you can't deny that it's been like, I know it's been like 10, 15 years in the Marvel universe, but it's a lot of white folk. The black folk just showed up. You just shoehorned them in before it was the end and anybody said it. They're like, hey, where are all the black folk? You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine if the Infinity Wars had happened and we hadn't had Black Panther and stuff? So even though it's really cool, it's just kind of funny. And you notice the questions from the fans are very different. they always ask Robert Downey Jr. something funny, or he at least responds funny. And whenever they ask Black Panther members stuff, it's like really socially aware questions that are like important, or at least sort of like, how do you feel being a woman and now being in this franchise will affect the world? You're just shit. They're just getting hard questions. We're not like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are like getting like senior year questions. Like, oh yeah, totally right away. Oh yeah. I mean, we didn't really renew the contract. You never know. And then and they have to be like on point and like fucking like represent. And then they interview. Someone asks Scarlet Witch like, would you ever go to Scarlet Witch movie? And she's like, I just don't want to lose my job. And you're just like, this is funny. It's literally what she said. She's like, please let me keep coming back. I can't believe I'm in these movies still. And it's like, oh, please.
You're so goofy, dude.
Well, I'm just observing.
No, it's funny.
It's just very weird. I think it's cool. I mean, I'm glad that smart questions are asked from the black folk and that the stupid dumb guys with the stupid dumb guy questions. It's just funny because the movies are very different. You know, Black Panther is its own movie that happens in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
And it would be cool for that to go back to being comic booky, because I mean, I guess Black Panther was pretty comic booky, but it was very like social stuff and then CGI all over the place. And I like him just walking around when he takes his mask off and looks sexy. See what I did there?
Nah.
God damn it.
Miles, you're destroying the show. No, y'all, but seriously though, I'm excited for Infinity War. And see Thanos and all that stuff. It's gonna be really cool.
Do you think he's going to hold a planet literally in his hand and rip it apart, like in the comic thing or whatever that happens?
That'd be a cool. I think maybe they do like a figurative type of imagery.
That would happen.
But that would be cool too.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder what's gonna happen. Are we gonna be in the theater screaming with everybody else? Ah!
Do you remember during Civil War when they almost cut off
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.'s head? And we were like, ah! I also can't wait because I remember during Civil War, the Russo brothers just make damn good Marvel movies. They like really tearing the shit up. Like most Marvel writers who write comics for Marvel right now suck balls. These two guys are just taking shit. I saw in an interview that they said they were like, yeah, we had to think about this for a while. We put every character from all the movies on the wall and had to think about it forever. And we were just like, ugh. And they said that they talked about so many different like comic book things from the comics, and just none of them are in the movie. But that's all they did for like years was just talk about the comic book stories. It's just what a life. And it's cool that they're really thrown together. I mean, Civil War has a really cool. I love that like espionage murder mystery in the back of a zany ass Avengers movie that introduces Black Panther as a badass and Peter Parker as a dumb little kid with his aunt getting hit on. And you're just like, how is this shit working? And you really, have you watched that Spider-Man scene with Downey when he introduces himself? Like lately, that scene is fucking legit. You have like a one take scene where you like your whole story is just coming at you. They get all like the reasons of his character development in like one little scene. So cool. I totally like teared up the second time I saw that scene. I was like, he's becoming an Avenger. It's my dream.
I teared up the first time because when I saw, and I freaked out again. Me and David were watching Civil War because he'd never seen it, and I was like, we started Doctor Strange. And when they remember, I was like, dude, they mentioned Rhodey because you know he fell from in Civil War. Remember, they're like some guy in an artificial armored suit, spinal injury thing. Oops,
now
sorry,
he's got
guys.
the phone beeps, motherfucker.
Wow, that was only because
I just wanted to swear so I could beep it.
Wow,
It's gonna be a lot of work.
it's gonna be a lot of work.
It's gonna be a little edit, clip, edit, zoom, 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 crop.
But anyway, he was like, I never seen Civil War, so I was like, we're watching it, and like I still geeked out just like I do. Remember the first time when I saw Giant Man?
Yeah, but there was kind of rumor that was gonna happen. It wasn't
No,
a
stop.
surprise.
Let me talk. And then they had Giant Man, and then Spider-Man swung around his head and stuck to his helmet, was crawling on his helmet. I thought I was going to have a brain aneurysm because I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, it looked like the comic book, like it was there, like in live action.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was great.
I felt that when Ant-Man goes inside Iron Man's suit. And was
Yep,
just, like,
that was
messing
cool
around.
too, yeah.
That's all good stuff.
And then when Ant-Man was chilling on
Hawkeye's
Hawkeye's arrow, yep.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Hawkeye. I mean, if we're going to be like every podcast in the world right now, we're going to be mentioning that Hawkeye isn't in any of the trailers, apparently.
He isn't.
And that he has a role in the movie, and apparently it's really important.
He's going to die.
It's going to be a Skrull setup. What if he was a Skrull the whole time?
Oh, and did you see the
What if
video
he's
of the
a
Russo
Skrull?
brothers where they were talking? They were like, they said this guy really analyzed this video. The brothers just sitting there talking about Infinity War, and they were like, what do you have next up for Marvel? And they were like, the brother went, well, Secret Wars has been thrown around a little bit, and then they zoomed in on his brother
because they have a Venom movie, which we need to talk about.
Yep, and they zoomed in because they weren't supposed to. They don't tell ahead what they're gonna do, but then like they zoomed on the brother's face.
Tom Hardy gonna be in a Secret Wars
I
Avengers
hope so.
movie?
Did you see the new Venom trailer?
Yeah, that's what I said. But we'll come back to it. What was the other thing you saying?
I'm sorry. Yeah. But then they zoomed on his brother. His brother started grinning super hard. And I noticed too, and I went, "Why is he grinning so hard?" They're gonna do Secret Wars.
And they have Skrulls. They set up in fucking Captain Marvel. That's why they have that movie, because they don't like to do the dirty work. The Russo brothers don't like to set up the Marvel universe. They like to take from the Marvel universe and make something badass with it. So Captain Marvel is going to do all the Nick Fury introducing the Skrulls, time travel in the past shit. And if then they can just pick up from there.
So there's going to be some Skrulls, I think, towards
not in Infinity. There might be. Infinity will have a post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
What it will be, I cannot figure the fuck it out, but I feel like it's going to be a tie into Captain Marvel, because that's the thing they're filming.
Yeah.
So they can just go slide into Captain Marvel.
Slide into Captain Marvel.
I really hope Nick Fury is in it. If Nick Fury isn't in this movie, which I don't think he is, I hope he shows up in the credit scene, and it's some sort of fucking like he comes out of a fucking. I know he doesn't have boob tubes in Marvel, but he comes out of some fucking thing like that. He's got his eye, and he's like, I'm fucking from the past. And we're like, whoa! And that's like the thing. I just want some sort of time travel, fucking Back to the Future kind of ending. You know the music whenever some sort of, Marty, it's your kids! It's your kids! We gotta save them!
And it's like,
I'd be like, wait. My girlfriend can stay right here, because we'll be back in a minute. But that's not what happened. That'd be the Rick and Morty version. Oh, fuck. That's the inspiration for that. Venom trailer, though.
Yeah, dude.
That was kind of cool.
What did you think? Yeah, I know. And I remember
I was like, what
complaining.
the fuck?
You were complaining about the teaser trailer that they did.
Because the teaser trailer was really
like,
bad.
show it. I'm like,
teaser trailers, but did you notice it was really dumb. The shot I said where they should add his face going, did you notice they did that? But they extra did it.
Yeah.
Like, they put it so it was almost over his face. They were like, oh man, we were trying to save that for the movie, but everybody on Reddit or whatever got mad because we didn't show it. I guess we're gonna have to really show fucking a bunch of scenes. They didn't just show Venom, they showed like the whole movie. And I was all right with that. I was like, cool. I'm not really invested. I'm just impressed.
I like his stupid accent too. Sounds like Eddie Brock. I love when the teeth came over, bro. Like that.
That looked legit.
They look really good.
Dumb, but cool dumb.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
This is like fucking Spawn, and I'm like, is he gonna fucking fuck up Tom Hardy or Holland or whatever? Because I heard Tom Holland might have been on that set. I heard. I'm not sure because the other guy's Tom Hardy, so I could have confused names. But it says, did you notice the logo said in association with Marvel Studios? I've never seen that before.
No.
Like I looked really fast. I was like, what's it gonna say? And it said Sony, whatever the other one was, and it said in association with Marvel Studios, and it used a similar but kind of older logo.
I know what you're talking about.
And I was just like, all right, so is this Sony is not Fox, so that's not in the Deadpool universe. Is this like, because if they did Secret Wars, the black goo could get to Peter Parker, you know. Because I feel like they didn't show his chest, so I don't know if he's going to have the spider on his chest, if he's just going to be goo. And do other people have the Venom goo, or did the Venom goo just exist in Eddie's? I have so many questions.
You do.
I feel like there'll be so many plot holes. But, yeah, I did like how he was kind of the classic Eddie. He was like, oh my God, I'm talking in an accent, and we can't kill people.
Yeah, and he's
like, I don't give a fuck what you say. It's just like, whoa. This is straight up a Venom movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It looked really cool.
Man, Logan must have made a lot of money because I know it's not the same company, but they were like, we need one of those. We need a rated R movie. People love Bane. Get him in there. Or people don't even like him. Who cares? Because it's kind of divided, you know. But you can't not like Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
that wasn't even on the list.
No.
I mean, I guess if we're going to talk about trailers, I've avoided all the Deadpool 2 trailers, so I'm excited because I don't know anything about it except for Cable's in it. And it's literally all I know. I saw somebody said,
really?
like, I saw a trailer that said, who is Travis? And I was like, great, now I know there's a character called Travis. And he's probably fucking important to the fucking, or whatever his name is.
He might not be, might just be his friend.
There's just some, I was like, that's probably going to play an important part of the story if he's a time travel movie and Cable's in it. What? Oh, yeah. I was like, when I saw that little YouTube clip of some character who's a human, I was like, fuck, that is a main character, and that's probably the answer to whatever it is. I'm gonna be in the theater thinking about that shit, and I was just like, God damn it. I've avoided so many trailers that I missed Record Store Day as well.
Really?
Yeah, which is fine. I'm so broke after all this shit. Thoughts on Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I wonder if they're gonna add like Cable and all them into like the X-Men.
Well, Cable's played by
in the Marvel.
Thanos.
Right.
Motherfucker has 2
He has
hit
2
movies coming
roles
out.
in Marvel.
It's like rolls and twos. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the guy from Ready Player One and Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Rolls and twos. Solo looks kind of cool.
I'll go see it just because.
I like the young Millennium Falcon look. Like that slick. It looks like it has all of its cargo docks and stuff and has
Mhm.
different satellites.
Yeah.
The obvious reason, which we say every Star Wars movie, is because if you do that, if you add an arm on C-3PO that's red, you can have a different toy to sell. So you can't fucking trick me. I know you did that again. You have the young Falcon toy because I saw the poster and I was like, I like that Falcon. And I was like, oh, fuck, don't buy that. I was like, I mean, that's not, I was looking at the poster.
Mm-hmm.
The poster art looks really cool too, how it just says Solo
Mm-hmm.
and they're like in it. Looks pretty slick. They should have just made this a Lando movie. That's still my whole review. I look at Danny Glover on the cover or whatever.
And he looks good enough to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he could have did the space soundtrack.
Yeah. Come on, y'all. Hollywood, if y'all don't start giving my niggas some more stuff, y'all are playing right now. Do y'all realize how we could fuck it up?
Well, did you hear Kendrick Lamar won the Pulitzer Prize winner?
Yeah.
For his album?
For his album.
A hip-hop album was awarded for something in its time.
You know what's funny? You
not like 10 years later or whatever.
You just remind me of something really bizarre that happened to me today, but I kind of smiled when I got in my car. I was on the way to work, and I stopped at McDonald's to grab a little something to munch on the way. And I was in Waukesha, and I got my food. I came out. I was getting into my car, and right next to me where a car was running had an old guy, and there's a lot of, like, war vets that go there. And so he gets out, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir." And I turned around and I looked around like, "Were you talking to me?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "Can I ask you a question? And I hope you don't think it's offensive." And so now I'm interested now. So I went, "Well, yeah, sure, you can ask me a question." It's just this old dude. He goes, "I'm listening about this woman senator who is African American. I can't remember which way it is, but she pulled up some ruckus and blah blah blah, and people are calling her a house." He went, "A house house N-word." And I said, "Oh, a house nigga?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "What does that mean exactly?"
Who asked this? A white guy?
A random old white man.
Oh, is he not racist? That's kind
No, he's not racist at all.
How,
He's-
how
he's-
unexpected.
But no, I appreciate people like walking up to me like that. So he's like, "What is a house?" And I said, "A house nigga." I said, "Well, sir, it's kind of like calling Uncle Tom like a traitor to your own kind." But I kind of went into like the history of it real smooth. But I said it so smooth because I've known about it. And I said it, and I was just like,
Sam
actually,
Jackson, Django. Sam Jackson and Django.
yeah, Sam Jackson and Django, right? A house nigga. But I kind of went, well, the whole point of the slave masters is part of training their slaves and housebreaking them. I put quotes around that. I said, you caused a divide in between them. So they separated the light-skinned slaves from the dark-skinned slaves, make the dark-skinned slaves do all the grunt work, eat out of troughs with animals.
Hang out in kitchens and shit.
And
Well,
the lights
kitchens is a lighter version compared to the terrible things that you mentioned.
right, yeah.
And I
And
mean, like, that still sucks.
the light-skinned slaves worked in the house out of the sun. They were more pleasant to look at because they were light-skinned, so they were proper to like.
Well, yeah, so you told him all that, and then what did he say?
Yeah, hold on, don't.
I was
interrupt my
excited
shit,
to see what
nigga.
he said.
Calm down, I ain't done yet. They don't know. Fuck is wrong with you? So
This is in the McDonald's parking lot.
this is all in the McDonald's parking lot, and so I said the whole thing. I said, in short, sir, is you caused a divide within the slaves, and that can last 300 years. I said, which it has, because slavery's been 300 plus years, and there's still an issue within the black community of light skin and dark skin. He went, "Oh yeah, that is right, huh? Thank you very much." And he just kind of, I said, "Okay, yeah, you have a good day," and he just walked away. And then I got in my car, and I kind of smiled because I was like, that was a really bizarre exchange I just had, but like, I appreciate.
I would have been like, "It's bad, it's bad."
No,
It's
actually,
like,
I went, "Thank you for asking," and he went, "Hey, you won't know, you won't learn anything if you don't ask." And I went, "Exactly." And then I saw him off, but I really appreciated him doing it. So, old man, you'll never ever hear this.
How do you know? We got like 3 subscribers like 2 weeks
look
ago.
like his days is numbered. But thank you for walking up and asking me that and not being afraid, because I am a rather large black man. And you never know. But yeah.
He could have been afraid of you. He
Actually,
wasn't.
people
He
try
wasn't.
a lot of things they know I'll probably let slide. But yeah. It was nice. So that was like my little bizarre thing of the day that happened.
Politics, since we're talking about race stuff.
Yeah.
First, we're going to talk about politics. You mentioned on your phone a minute ago.
I think that's old, actually, because I saw it and said 2000,
That's what I said.
2016, right?
That's what I said.
But either way, y'all, I just found out that somebody did try to assassinate Trump. And
No,
you
but
guys,
that happened in the election, I swear. Right? That's
that
what it was?
happened. I have no idea. Maybe. I don't know. But it looked like, I guess, like some dude who was actually British, and I think his visa ran out or something like that.
So he was just trying to get a ride home. So he figured the best way was just wave a flag.
Right.
And by flag, he means gun.
But it was funny because
So,
I was reading
it's
it.
old news.
Yeah, it is. But they carried him out. But I was just like, he's a 20-year-old guy. And they were like, he said he's playing it for a year. And I'm looking like, first of all, your whole strategy was just to steal a gun out of a security guard and try to shoot Trump. They're like, are you crazy? Do you not think they planned for that or nah?
Yeah, like they have holsters on their guns. They're cops. They're trained.
I want you to break your gun up in pieces and spread it about in a building and just walk around and
That
collect.
seems really inefficient.
No, that's not inefficient because nobody.
Well, you don't want them to do anything technically, because that's the
Right.
topic. Is
Oh,
that
yeah, that's
people
right,
talk
yeah.
about stuff like this, but you can't really talk about it because it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Whatever it is we're talking about.
I'm sorry, and
That's the trick, isn't it?
government, if you're listening, I'm not saying I want Trump dead.
Wow, just spell out whatever we're not supposed to talk about. Jesus Christ. And his name was Voldemort, too, while we're at it.
I don't want Voldemort dead. Okay? I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be... He was dumb about it, is what I'm saying.
Lunch break, though? What were you saying?
Oh, yeah, on the lunch break. I kind of mentioned it, and my coworker kind of looked at me and was like, I'm just not going to say anything. And we all started laughing because I knew what she wanted to say. Because every time I brought it up again to some other random people, and they were like, oh, no, stupid, do it this way. And, like, nobody's like, no, don't kill our president. And I was just
Exactly,
like...
because no one says it.
Right, nobody says it, right.
I mean, it technically is a really bad thing to have for the country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
And it's not like
Right?
everything would be over
It's
with.
a bad thing? Right? Yeah, it's a bad thing.
Right?
It's just not good image, right?
Right.
Right?
Right?
I mean, if we're really gonna get political, it's really bad because he's trying to end the. I mean, I even understand this shit, but he's ending the Iran deal, which is apparently stops people from doing shit with nuclear bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, they're like apparently getting to talk to. They're gonna go set up their meeting with North Korea. So why would North Korea sign a no nuclear bomb thing if our other one were just openly being racist and backing out about?
Right.
It literally is like a World War III fucking dividing problem. I mean, what isn't these days? But seriously, apparently it sucks ball. Apparently from what I hear, it sucks balls.
Oh.
But Infinity Wars comes out this week, so I'm a little bit in escapism land. We're all gonna die.
We are. Pretty
Don't
dead.
say assassination and don't say Voldemort. Oops, I said Voldemort. Alex, you
Yeah.
just watched the first 2 Harry Potter movies and part of 3 with me the last week or so.
Let me tell you a thing or 3.
You never watched them when you were younger.
Nope.
You had
Due to
restrictions.
due to religious affiliations, I did not take part in the occult.
What Jesus do you hang out with? Because my Jesus was like, that's all right. Reading is great. Joking.
What
I'm sorry.
Jesus did you hang out with?
Mine was just happy I could read and spell.
Okay.
I'm holding the bat, bitch. Just because it's comfy.
It's fine. No, yeah, I was over Miles's house. We were sipping some tea, some green tea, and I went, you know
We were
what?
getting high. We talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah.
didn't mention that we get high.
Okay.
We just don't do drugs in there because that's not cool.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And by drugs, we mean marijuana, which is illegal in most states of America.
Except here.
It was illegal in the state where Disneyland is, so I mean, what the fuck?
Hey.
It's just not legal at Disneyland.
Well, either way, y'all, let me tell you something. If you have never watched Harry Potter High, I highly suggest it. But, y'all, okay, let me tell you about the magic.
I feel like most people have done this, and you're like the new guy.
Right, and everybody's like, duh, been there, done that.
People watch this shit in marathons on TV like every year.
No. So,
Some of them are bad.
let me tell
But we watched a good one and a half good one. The first one is great. The second one is like, here we are.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about the first one, though. The magic,
Yeah, literally, go.
the magic and the lore that I was enchanted, y'all. Like I was enchanted, and I know all y'all who've seen Harry Potter's like, duh. But y'all, you have to understand, this is my first time, and like I'm sitting here, and I really was like, "What's all the hubbub? Let's do this. What's the hubbub about this little Harry Potter guy? Everybody's so obsessed."
Well, the John Williams music really helps.
The music helps. The like looking at these kids, seeing the popularity of these books, and like kind of reading a little bit. I've read a little bit. I haven't read them all. Really.
You've gander at a paragraph.
Yeah,
gandered.
Yeah, there you go. And like. Yeah, dude. And you see these kids like playing Harry Potter and Hermione and all that, and you like, dude, these little cute little buggers get to play like some really iconic characters. And I started going like, dude, if I was them, dude, I'm with my friends, I would be like, cut.
Daniel Radcliffe. I was gonna play Harry Potter, and he stole my role because his mom's a fucking casting director.
Yeah, pretty much. But he ain't got to worry about.
He did a good job.
Yeah,
he did.
He did fine.
He did fine. I'll do Spider-Man next, is what I said. I said that. And now I'm almost 30, and you know who's Spider-Man? Tom fucking Holland. Anyways, though. Of course I'm upset. Someone needs to follow me. That's my impression of the Parks and Rec guy. We'll come back to that.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
We'll come back to that. I'm distraught.
Stop, dude. Billy Eichner is hysterical.
Yeah, but he doesn't do the eye thing towards the end of the season.
I know, the twitch.
He's like, that's offensive.
Twitch.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I can see him making that call as an actor.
But anyway, Harry Potter was beautiful because I was just like, man, I can imagine, like, I just told Miles, I was like, dude, imagine all of River West. Like all of us, we all know each other. We all live in Hogwarts, like, and we're studying to be wizards.
Oh yeah, I remember when you said that. Ew.
And I was like, dude, that'd be the grimiest, fucked up thing that could ever.
There are no Americans
happen.
at Hogwarts. We're fucking way too spoiled.
Yeah, we
or
would
really
be.
good at it.
But I'm just saying,
beat this in like 5 minutes. Abracadabra. Skills teacher.
Right.
Because Avada Kedavra is the kill spell.
River West would be like, more drugs.
I feel like if I was gonna be real offensive, that is River West like that. Pause. If I was gonna get real offensive, River West would probably just like chug polyjuice juice or polyjuice potion, which is where you turn into the other person and just fuck each other like crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that
I would
happen
totally turn
too.
myself into a chick and have sex with a friend or something. No, not you.
Wow.
That'd probably be you.
Wow.
That'd be you.
Thank you.
I'm just being funny. You
I
get
know.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you wouldn't do that?
Maybe.
I was being offensive because there are a lot of people who
Probably.
want to be the other sex, and having magic would be a dream come true for them.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
being sexually approving.
It'd be dream come true for all of us, but I've said it before. Like if me and Miles were in like Hogwarts, but it'd be cool if I had like my close
I'd
friends
be
with me
so
and
high.
I know in Hogwarts we probably get.
Snape would beat my ass. Turn me into a rat and send me home or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, dude, that is crazy though. But I mean, like I think it'd just be great fun to be like there with your friends because I can imagine how fun. Like during the cutscenes, they're like in the forest, like, dude, we're Harry Potter, what? And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
There's
they're
this great scene
playing
where she's
their
like,
hero.
she thinks you're the chosen one because he's trying to ask this chick out later in the movies.
Mhm.
It's like, I am the chosen one, and then she hits him. I love that shit.
It's crazy. But yeah. But anyway, Harry Potter 1.
Still talking about Harry Potter.
Harry Potter 2. If I can gather my mind around
Wait.
the plot of that one yet.
Harry Potter 1 though. What was okay? What happened?
Harry
in Harry Potter
Potter-
1?
What happened?
Like in general.
Wow.
What's the beginning,
Okay.
and then what's the plot?
So
like
let
the
me tell
mystery
y'all,
that
I
is.
do not like Harry Potter's family, his aunt and uncle, and his stupid cousin. They're
The
the
Dursleys.
worst. They're ugly.
The aunt is his.
His mom's,
relative.
yeah, the aunt is his mom's sister, and she's so weak. First of all, she treats him bad just because. What did she say? Magic killed her.
She didn't get to go.
No,
to
she was
school.
just she was just jealous of her stinking sister.
Give
So
all the
she,
attention.
so she treats
Silly Lily running off that Potter.
yeah.
Shit like that. They talk with fucking pig in their mouth.
Yeah.
And not the sexy pig, the fucking gross
Not even the
fucking
sexy one.
Animal Farm version of it.
Not even the sexy one.
This is the sexy version of it. Anyways, you don't like the Dursleys.
I don't like the what?
You don't like the Dursleys. But then fucking Hagrid shows up and he's just like, you're a wizard. And then your dreams come true.
Yeah, Hagrid shows up and he's like, "Hey, let's go get out of here." And I'm like, "Yes, Hagrid, take this
Let's
kid
give you
away
some
from
cred.
us."
Because have you been to the bank in the last 10 years?
Bruh.
This shit is like 15% every week.
And then his parents left him
hella coins, dude. Harry Potter is diving like Scrooge McDuck right now, y'all. Like the nigga got money forever, and he got to worry about nothing.
Dude, this dead parents thing is all right. That's what he's like thinking as he's buying the owl. He's like, you know what?
I want my parents take my no.
He sees him in the mirror.
No, get right. He see them niggas in the mirror. Give me some coins.
Like, is there a magic fucking sword around here? Wait till book 2, motherfucker.
So, yeah,
and
dude.
also 7.
Yeah, and then to like slide to book 2. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't finish the whole thing. So yeah, like
he goes to fucking.
Yeah, he like goes to wizard school.
He goes to consumer land. He goes to fucking shops and just has a ball.
Yeah, and he like they get his books and stuff, and he's in wizard school, and he meets
Hagrid's his friend. He meets Ron
Weasley.
The party on the train. He meets that racist little fucker with the blonde hair.
Yes.
Malfoy,
yeah.
Also, they're all little kids in this first movie. Significantly children in the first movie.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit kids. Yeah. They look terrified. Yeah. I love the scene when when Professor Quill, who's obviously Voldemort, because he's got Voldemort attached to the back of his head. Because Voldemort's just like a spirit.
Yeah.
So he's attached himself to this teacher, which is a great part of the book that is super cool, explored later in a fucking mindfuck way later in the book series.
Okay.
But not very much in the movies. Weak. And like it's ridiculously weak. The troll comes in. He's like, "There's a troll in the dungeon." All the kids just look around.
Yep.
Yep. Shot of Malfoy.
That's
Just,
right.
That shit looks fun.
Yeah.
Like I want to be on that set, just throwing food at each other and being like, "Oh, this is great." And the director Chris Columbus, he directed like Home Alone.
Yeah. It was very Home Alone. Like
Well, and just you think about how he directed Home Alone, and it's like his movies are very much like kids lost from their families and shit. That's cool. I hope he's not an orphan. That'd be really sad. But yeah, so fucking meet Snape. What do you think of Snape?
Dickhead.
Dude, no, I mean like that fucker represents the fucking series. Like he's such a great. All the old actors. It's like a whole ensemble of great old actors.
Let me say, they picked some stellar, more than stellar, like actors for those roles. Like
you love Hagrid by the end of that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Hagrid. I love Hagrid. He's like one of my. He's one of my favorite characters. Like right away, he's just a big dude with this really beautiful dog.
Jim Linneman is my Hagrid.
Yeah. Oh.
I shouldn't be saying that.
I should.
Something Jim says. He says all this crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and then let me see.
They go through a maze of shit.
Yep, they just go through a bunch of stuff. You could.
They play chess. It's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Well, cause like, why is he sitting on the horse? Like, why not just like go on the
just
fucking
like
court?
just get off the court.
Would they like go off with the chess pieces? They got long swords. Do you think they'd like try to kill the kids?
Probably.
Thought that was hella weak. I'd be like, Ron, just move the piece and jump off. You don't have to like take the fucking hit. You're a child.
We're children.
In the book, there's one more challenge where they have a mirror of like fire, like a bunch of different, and they have to take a bunch of potions to like jump through it and not die. Fucking awesome. Oh yeah, the 3-headed dog from Hercules is there, or whatever the fuck.
Hercules.
I guess it's a dragon, Hercules. It's great. And then in the second movie, we're introduced to the idea of racism through the house elves. Because Dobby tries to warn him not to go back because he knows the chamber is going to be open. Yeah. Because Malfoy's dad has the magic journal. Yeah. With Voldemort inside of it. Dude. And then he drops it in Ginny's book. Ginny, which you can tell if you read the books, is being set up to be Harry Potter's long life love. It's set up very nicely in the books, or at least if you reread it, you're like, oh, so obvious. Yeah. In the movie, no one told the directors or filmmaker this, so she's just like in each scene, you just see her. They're like, we might have to close Hogwarts. And you just see a shot of Ginny, like, look to the left. Ooh. She just gives, like, the Simpsons dog eyes, but, like, a more concerned and not menacing version. And the house elves are basically, like, slaves. And people die. I don't know. Thoughts on the second movie? It's you who should be commentating, not me. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, because I was high for most of them. So, although some things got away from me, but...
Well, the second year is just filler till you get to the fucking third movie, which is like
does every movie start off with Harry leaving his aunt and uncle's house? Like in some crazy way?
Yeah, totally.
That's great.
Well, it's a great way for the books if you're just picking up book 4, which is the reboot.
Why are they constantly not?
Because normally he's picking up a newspaper and he's reflecting on the year before, so you have a chapter where they kind of go through everything if you've just picked up one of the books for the first time. Because you're a fucking idiot and you just bought book 4. Assuming you're an American. But that also worked to a disadvantage because everybody bought all 3, so you just had to deal with that shitty chapter every book.
Right.
They luckily stopped doing that by the 4th one, but they find interesting ways. Like he's listening to the radio and he's hearing recaps of updated versions of what happened in the last book, so you can like figure out, shit.
Yeah, where you can. Okay, no, that's kind of cool. No, I don't understand. Like they
He has to go back there.
I know he has to go back, but it's like, come on, dude. He's already been going to wizard school. Stop trying to keep him from going to wizard school. He's gonna go to wizard school every year.
Well, he's safe at Hogwarts and he's safe at the Dursleys because of the love bond thing that's further explored with magic, which sounds like bullshit, but isn't it a thing about magic? Why isn't love and magic? Why don't you accept the other half of this fucking like poetry conundrum? You know what I'm saying? It does make you wonder, why don't they just like take some blood out of his aunt and just like magic spell like a fucking invisible blood wall about whatever hut he's hanging out in, and just like apparate him between these blood walls.
Yeah.
Like Newt Scamander has a fucking like zoo, like a fucking football field of a zoo in his suitcase.
Yeah.
So like, why can't you just Avada Kedavra his fucking like a hole in the wall and have him hide with some like covered in blood? That's a comfortable lifestyle. Oh wait, he was in a hole in the wall and blood isn't cool. What am I talking about?
Uh-oh.
But yeah, it's fun. I'm excited. The 4th movie is terrible. Oh my goodness, it's just all the great things of the books just visually shown and never explored. No, it's good, but it's not like
What
you
like,
just know the potential of, because these are supposed to be mystery books, and I feel like sometimes the movies are trying to like cram shit in. Though I do like that the Twilight guy plays Cedric. That's great casting. That's just wonderful casting, because everybody's like, "Oh, Cedric, he's so dreamy." So then when he shows up, you're like, I fucking buy that. That's great.
You talking about the Rob Pattinson guy?
Yeah, he's in the 4th Harry Potter book. He plays the hotshot who gets like offed by the Return of Voldemort, which is a fucking recovery of a scene. That's the thing. 4th movie and 5th movie have their moments, have some weak parts, but by the end of the movie, Voldemort shows up, and fucking man, the ending battle of those 2 movies is just so worth, especially in the 5th one, because Dumbledore battles Voldemort, and he's in this like fucking like water orb thing, and you're just like, what the fuck? They just like became a good movie out of nowhere. I mean, they're not bad. There's just so much world building in the 4th movie that you can't really do it all in one movie. But then when they made the Twilight movie, or when they were getting to the end, they made the 7th book into 2 more movies to extend it out. And those I think are some of the best Harry Potter movies, because the first one's my favorite, but the last 2 are great because they explore the characters more. Hell, they even have a part where they dance to like a pop song or some shit. So you get to like kind of hang out with them more while they're thinking about the mystery and shit. And I really like that. And then Twilight was like, fuck, we could do that. And then everyone's like, fuck, we can put books into more than one half of a movie. Harry Potter's great.
Just to let you know. I'm sorry, I went on Google to look up a word before I used it on here. But when I did that on Google, they showed a slide of the Avengers Infinity War movie. And they said it's the biggest, most bizarre. It's like good, but they said it's bizarre too. So I'm really excited to see how bizarre it's gonna be.
There's no way it's not gonna be good. I mean, they're all
Right.
fucking characters I love. What do you mean, like it's bizarre? Like they didn't expect all this shit to happen?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't read it.
Well,
I just read the headline.
I'm telling you, some weird people might die that you're not expecting, and they're probably gonna fucking time travel, alternate dimensions, some shit. I bet they fucking go back to Avengers 1. I didn't say that either earlier. There's a good chance they're gonna go back to Avengers 1. That could be really cool.
Of course.
Or like, what if Robert Downey Jr., when he throws that nuclear bomb at that spaceship, what if that's a Thanos spaceship and he kills the Avengers in the future? And that's why he's like super fucking freaking out about his destiny, because he did kill the Avengers. Holy fuck, that'd be awesome. Like, what if we go back to Avengers 1 and we find out that he actually did kill the Avengers? And that's why his post-traumatic stress has been uncontrollable, because it's about him seeing his death and he didn't realize it, that he was actually the cause of his death, which would be kind of mind-fucking. But then Captain saves him. Because Civil War. And he would take a thing laying down for a friend. Or what does he say? I can't remember.
Oh.
What does he say? They'll probably bring that line up too, because that they always do. The Russo brothers are great at that
He'd
shit.
be more likely to cover the grenade with his body than something to cut the wire or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Downey says that though, right? And it references the first movie where he jumps on a grenade. But it could kind of be cool if they did it where one of them took a bullet for the other one. I have to rewatch Civil War for that moment. I'm pretty sure it happens when he has the pen scene. This podcast is almost done. I don't want to talk about The Office of Parks and Rec. I feel like we should save those for its own episode. Also because
Okay.
the thumbnail attracts people.
Mhm.
If we're gonna be real. But we can talk about Quiet Place and wrap it up.
Okay.
I saw A Quiet Place. It was cool. A Quiet Place being what's his name? Jim from The Office. So I guess we're losing our office setup, but an office send off. The ducks are coming out. Get them ducks out.
Okay, but guys, just to let you know, we are going to be talking about Office and
And-
Parks and Recreation next podcast.
In a special Treat Yourself episode where we go back on another topic that we
Can
already
I-
talked about.
Yeah. Can I be Donna and you be Tom?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's totally the thumbnail. Woo! Treat Yourself.
Treat yourself.
Part 1.
Part
Or
1.
Part 2 if you count The Office.
Part 1000.
Let's talk The Office.
We're going to do
Actually,
it forever.
Parks and Rec will be the Treat Yourself episode. And Let's Talk The Office will be The Office.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get a playlist going. Ooh, we have to do like 10-minute intervals for those.
I don't understand why you keep CCing me on emails that have nothing to do with me.
Wait, which one's that from? Fuck. We didn't divide which show we're talking about.
That was The Office where Jim was pretending to be Stanley, and Stanley was in the bathroom. Jim goes, "Why do you keep CCing me on emails that have nothing to do with me?"
Stanley.
And Stanley came out of the bathroom and goes, "Is that supposed to be me? I don't think it's very funny."
What the hell's wrong with you, boy? What are you getting in mind?
We just saw that one at lunch today at work. There's a little girl.
Wait, we're already doing it. We're talking about the wrong thing.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. This is the tidbit of what
Stanley
we'll
is
listen
just
to
great.
in the next few days.
You
Treat
saw A
Yourself
Quiet
preview.
Place.
Yeah, which is made by the guy from The Office. One of his first few or something big time shot in the movie.
That's the first time he's ever really directed.
I liked it a lot. It was really good. I guess I'll do a spoiler-free thing because you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't care though.
Okay, so I'll try to talk about it and then I'll spoil it at the end.
His wife plays his wife in the movie too. By the way, Emily Blunt.
Yeah, which is really good because I mean, for movie, they do a lot of acting without talking,
Mm-hmm.
and they really pull it off. I thought about you a lot because they do a lot of sign language,
Yeah.
and the movie has a lot of tension. I mean, the monster looks kind of Stranger Thingsy, but what doesn't these days? I was thinking, if anything, they should have like a fake IMDb account for this monster that is in all these things. It's like, yeah, ever since Stranger Things, we've been getting a lot of roles lately. It's been really good for our community. We just want some rights. Excuse me. Just kills person during the
That would have been tight if they put it in the Stranger Things universe.
No, some people said that this is supposed to be a setup for Cloverfields, and then they didn't do that. So that would have been fucking awesome.
That would have been.
But it also would have been a wreck because I think horror movies are better when they're standalone.
Yeah.
And not sequelized. That counts to you, Mr. M. Night Shyamalan, doing this thing with Unbreakable, even though we all wanted it, but why you're doing it. Hashtag whatever happened to Unbreakable 2. Hashtag split.
A Quiet Place. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool. A lot of the movie was told very visually. Like one of the daughters is deaf, and she's sort of like, if you hear her perspective, you hear no sound at all. So that was kind of fun. I noticed the second time I watched it, she's laying in the sand. You see a shot from her, like you see them in the beginning with their kid. The movie starts off the James Bond scene where it's like, the big beginning before the beginning, where you see the title screen, is the little boy. One of the little boys dies, and they're all sad about it.
Yeah.
And it cuts to a year later, and the mom's pregnant, so they're getting ready to do that. And that's your movie. Be quiet because mom's gonna have a baby soon, and fuck, there's monsters everywhere. That's seriously the plot. I didn't spoil the movie or anything. But one of the kids is deaf, and she feels bad about it.
Deaf?
Deaf. Thank you. Sorry, I said deaf.
Mm-hmm.
She feels bad about it. They do stuff like where it cuts to a year later, and you see her laying in sand,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear like tidal waves and stuff. And then it cuts to her, and then she opens her eyes, and it cuts to her standing up, and you realize she's just laying on their pathway, and she's deaf because then all the sound goes away. So if you're not a smart person, let's just say that, or you'd have to be a fucking idiot, is that most people could see a visual fucking thing. There were sounds of waves. We thought she was at the beach. She wasn't, and oh, she's deaf. You're supposed to go, oh, she was dreaming of the beach right there. Fucking cool.
Yeah.
But if you don't pick up on that shit, like some people who I got in a fucking argument with, and if we're going to continue this thing of getting shit shout outs, his name is Dustin.
Dustin. I was just about to say.
Did you just guess it was Dustin? Or
You-
did I
no,
say
you
the
told me
truth?
the story.
Oh, okay. Besides the point, though. I feel like some people who love horror movies didn't like elements like that. But it's a really cool visual movie. And it did stuff like that I really appreciated. And I believed it. It's a family story. The Quiet Place is kind of, they're being quiet because of the horror movie, but they're also being quiet because they don't communicate. They do communicate, but one of them's deaf. She feels like it's her fault that kid died,
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time she's like, I don't want to wear that earpiece you're wearing, or you keep working on those earpieces. I don't give a shit. He's like, I love you. Just what do we try when we fall, man? We just get back up style shit, you know. Because he's trying to take care of his family. I feel like he has this sort of, oh, fuck, I'm probably going to die if this baby's born. Like, let's just face it. I'm probably going to die. I mean, you don't expect him to die, but he's the dad, and he's trying to teach the boy how to do stuff and help the daughter. But, you know, she's not putting on the earpiece stuff, but he loves her. By the end, he says he loves her, you know, sign language and kind of shit like that. And, you know, it's about them talking.
Was it that one?
It
or
totally
this
was
one?
that. It was the chest one that you did. I mean, okay, we're into spoilers. Fucking fuck it, because most people listen to this are my best friends.
You're going to be bleeping out all of this episode.
No, I was only going to bleep the one to be funny. The one where I said something about killing the president or something. I don't know. I didn't say that at all. I'm going to have to censor that one. Wait, let me get the hand clap. No, I'll know where that is. You can see the wave.
Yes.
What? You like that?
Bro, did you just clap?
Yeah, so I know where the square is. I'll say it's over there and I can figure it out. Live. Don't make me edit this shit out now. I'm going to leave it in. But yeah, he does the love thing and he's like, ah, and he makes sound because the thing's attacking them. I will say, for a movie that did a lot of deaf sound setups, they didn't do it there. And I was like, oh, it would have been way better if he was just like he just did the thing. I guess I'm on a podcast. He did the hand movement of I love you and screamed, but there was no sound. That shit would have been brutal as fuck.
That would have been.
But they did not do that. But the movie was brutal as fuck.
We should. Can you tweet John Krasinski, please? Let's tweet him. Let's tweet him that right now.
I did tweet him a bunch from the podcast. I said, hey, that's a great movie, because a lot of people think he should play Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic
Yes,
Four,
and I agree.
And some people even said, none of them being me, I'm not taking credit for this, I just think it's great, his own wife, Emily Blunt, should play Mrs. Fantastic.
Yes, she should.
Someone else said Jesse from Breaking Bad should play the Human Torch. It's a pretty good one. You haven't seen Breaking Bad.
No, no, I know who that is. I know him.
And then some black guy should play the Thing and be awesome at it. Yeah, that's right, bitch.
Well, who should play the Thing?
Some black guy should just play the Thing.
Wow.
I said some black guy.
Why is it always got to be a big? Why everything big got to be black,
because
though?
they used Michael B. Jordan wrongly in this Marvel universe. He should have just played the Human Torch in this one. Which, that Fantastic movie is bad, but has some good parts.
It does have some good parts.
But it's pretty bad.
They said they wanted John Cena to play the Thing. Actually. And I could see that. No, John Krasinski and Emily Blunt would make amazing, like, Sue Reed Richards.
Oh, the reason I brought that up is because the Marvel cast was tweeting them that they liked the movie, and he was retweeting it. So, oops.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Something's in the works already.
And that's why we tweeted it too, because one, we're Avengers, and we want to be in the Avengers.
Yep.
Even though we don't know who we'd be. I feel like we'd be the Ant-Man guys that are in, like, the weird costumes on the side.
Okay.
Who would we be?
Who?
Oh, I know you. I know where you would be. Fuck you. But I don't know where I would be, because they took my role. Oh, I'd be the Spider-Man clone guy.
Wait, who would I be?
You'd be someone in Wakanda and all cool and fucking... Right?
Yeah. Either I'd be in Wakanda...
Sounds racist, be like, yeah, that's right.
No. Either I'd be in Wakanda or I'd be Beast. I would be Beast.
No, that's true. That's a good one.
Actually, I kind of want to be Beast.
Yeah.
And I'd just be Beast and go to Wakanda and get beads put in my fur. Yeah, I'll be Beast. I'll be Wakanda and Beast.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't be anybody.
You look so sad. Hey, guys. I'm going to leave us with a storm fact of the day.
Storm fact of the day, and then we're out. What is the storm fact?
So a lot of people, and I know I've talked about this, but like I've talked about how she can sense things in the air, right? Like how she stuck that big lightning bolt through the black jet when
she can sense it. You're saying
she can sense
as muster it from her bosom.
Right, like she can feel it, she can sense it on the whole planet, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. All the weather systems around the Earth, she can feel them and she can see it like a topography map.
Wow. Never thought about that.
That's amazing.
Why can't she just whirlwind herself like fucking Wind Waker, like to each level?
She could.
She can't.
She could.
I mean, she can't like load screen it. She has to like work really hard for a few hours.
But this is the thing. She said each weather system looks like a place to go.
Well, yeah, because it's
so it's like a wind city
fucking awesome
for her. Like that's how she senses it. And I'm hitting y'all with a storm fact every time. I want storm facts, and you know what? And I want somebody to pick up that I'm doing storm facts in Hollywood so they can go, hey, we should do a standalone storm movie, which I know they're talking about, and we should do it all the people that did Black Panther. And I bet you
Dude, they're already talking about that somewhere. I mean, they're doing the fucking Venom movie. Everything's on the table at this point.
Yeah.
The guy from The Office is gonna play fucking. Oh, if you fuck. If you talk about Secret Wars, by the way, when I resaw The Quiet Place, and after hearing this on podcast, and I saw him with the beard, because Reed Richards does get a beard, and some of the best John Hickman Fantastic Four stories, which is like several to 10 years of comic books setting up his last arc on Secret Wars, or the event that was Secret Wars. It's really good. It's really family based and really like be separated from your family and like this dude. I literally just saw it. I was like, they're so right with that beard. He literally looks like Reed Richards with the beard.
Yeah.
And then he could play the Maker too, the alternate version of Reed Richards, because they got the multiverse, and you could put the thing on his head. And you could have evil Reed Richards. So it's like, then you could do that whole thing where he becomes everyone's favorite character. Immediately he gets lost in some dimension shit, and then because then you have like the Phantom or whatever zone, and then you can have him come back as the Maker and be evil Reed Richards and do all that shit, and then do the Secret Avengers, and then have this alternate dimensions colliding, and so the Maker / where's Reed Richards plot is going on while the X-Men are starting to like either collide with Earth, or mutants are just being birthed from being so fucking stressed on this planet that like the mutant like gene is just waking up in everybody. That'd be sick. Because I feel like it'd be sick if they just did X-Men from the fucking beginning, like Ultimate X-Men style in the universe. No fucking new characters. I mean, use the same actors if you want, like alternate dimension. I've woken up like Dorothy and I'm in a new world. But like, it'd be just sick to be like Peter Parker's in school and you just see some kid fucking with boop, 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 like a bunch of bubbles pop out of his hand. He's like, oh my god. I love that X-Men. I think it'd be fucking awesome to see him for like a second. The gold bubbles kid. I can't remember. He shoots gold bubbles.
Gold bubbles.
He's on the Uncanny X-Men with Cyclops, when Cyclops parts from the X-Men after Avengers versus X-Men, and Storm leads the X-Men at the school.
Ooh, you let a lot out there.
Sorry, you set up the X-Men. We have a lot to say about X-Men on the show, apparently. Still,
I'm gonna
a year and a half later.
I'm gonna reread my Ultimate X-Men.
They're good.
Yeah, they are.
I still have to read Ultimate Spider-Man and then Ultimate Miles Morales because I've read that all out of order.
I want to read the Ultimate Miles Morales.
Because Ultimate Miles Morales ends. The last page is a spread with him looking up, seeing one of the Earths from New Avengers collide into their Earth, and you're like, the fucking Ultimate Universe is about to collide into Earth 6. That's DC. Fucking into the fucking
616.
Isn't that DC? That's Marvel.
I thought that was Marvel.
616 is. Oh yeah, New 52.
New 52.
It's different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 616 is Marvel. But that is an Alan Moore thing. Alan Moore came up with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the one who said 616 in one of his off stories.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yeah, I was saying this the other day, but I was saying about DC. Oh, fuck, I probably look like such an idiot.
Such an idiot.
No one else knows anything about Alan Moore and my friend group but me, though. What were we talking about? Fuck.
Miles Morales looks up and saw...
Oh, he sees the colliding thing, and then all the other stories you've been reading, because Ultimate Universe collides with 616. And that, you can literally see... And then in Secret Wars, you can see Miles Morales like, would you jump onto the fucking one of the spaceships that's getting out of there? It's awesome because then Peter Parker from that universe is like, holy shit, Miles, and because Miles remembers that Peter Parker from Spider-Verse. It's like Peter, because Peter Parker was killed in his universe, so they don't know that the universe crossed. Man, the whole thing is fucking awesome. I hate that people don't like it. It's fucking really well done.
Who doesn't like it?
Oh, the comic books, the comic book people.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of shitty comic books leading up to that stuff. Man, you're gonna make me read Secret Wars like the minute you leave.
Sorry.
But
So, guys,
also it's a reboot.
This is gonna wrap it up. Shout out to all of our fans, all 3 of you. We love you dearly.
The 3 new ones.
3 new ones.
Hopefully, you're my friends from the Kevin Smith thing, and you followed.
Yeah.
Tweet us and we'll follow your stuff back. I'm sorry if I haven't done it yet. My phone wasn't working. If you remember, I was charging it.
Liar.
Fuck you! I was charging behind the bar.
Wow.
When that happened like 4 weeks ago.
Either way, my positive note is don't give up, okay? Daddy loves you.
The positive note is take a stand to see Infinity War. Call your senator. Impeach Trump. Be happy. Why do we do the final thought? And why am I always the last one?
You're not. I'm always the last one.
You just set it up, though. You said my final thought, and then I had to go.
I said I'm always the last one, but not this time, duh.
Well, that's a wrap. Good show. Tune in next time, hopefully in the next few days, because I'll be a little bit more up to date. Also, thanks for listening to the last episode. If you did and this one, they both uploaded at the same time. but the last one was also kind of filler chat. Ooh. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you for listening, though. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart.
And if you play your cards right,
everything's gonna be alright.
you can't play that song without getting taken.
Living out our love to you.
Man, we should get the rights to that.
If you play your cards right, yeah.
Actually, speaking of, they didn't even approve that. That there's a thing that recognizes the audio file, so it gets flagged before anyone even knows it's flagged. So I ripped the audio off YouTube. That's how they knew it was right away, because they probably saw their algorithm or some fucking terminology I'm using as if I know what it means. So if you play your cards,
everything gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
Listen in the fortress of solitude. Listen in the
fortress of solitude.
If you play, if you click subscribe, everything's gonna be alright.
You gotta sing it like that.
Yeah, we should definitely fucking. Alright, we're gonna fucking make that our fucking anthem right now. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Bye.